Hello guys, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you may be. So today my son want make a own chop called enchiladas, a Mexican food where he like and plenty. So he go show now how he go make this particular food for today. So I want wanna like, which way they do, wanna share, wanna subscribe for YouTube channel C.K and mom channel for YouTube. So Kerry, my son, will come now can introduce the spices the way he get them for take and cook this chop. So Kerry, what do you have to make the food, your enchilada today? So explain to them.
So for the meat, there's salt, seasoning salt, black pepper, and cayenne pepper. And for the sauce, the enchilada sauce, there's brown sugar, sea salt, cumin, oregano, hot chili spices, and garlic powder. And here there's flour, onion, and the tomato I'm going to be using for the sauce with all the other stuff. And this is the cheddar cheese that's going to be put into the enchilada wrap. Just some water for the sauce, and the jalapeno is going to be put into the meat as well. And here's the meat. So now I'm just going to put the oil in the pot to prepare my meat. And then I'm going to turn this on to the highest heat. This is the meat. I'm going to put the meat in now so that it can start cooking. So basically you have to continuously be stirring the meat so that it doesn't burn. Okay, as you can see, the meat is brown, so I'm going to drain all of this excess fat so that the meat isn't too watery. Now I'm going to put half of the onions in this bowl. And I'm gonna put all of these spices in. The spices here is salt, cayenne pepper, seasoning salt, and black pepper. And now I stir. Now I'm gonna put in the pickled jalapenos. After you put in all the spices, you cover the pot and reduce the heat to about medium. Alright, now I'm gonna start making the sauce. Here's all the stuff I'm using for the sauce. And onions I'll be using. Alright, so you want to put a little bit of vegetable oil in the pot, like around a quarter cup of vegetable oil. That's fine. And then you put in the flour. And you start to whisk it. Make sure the flour starts to have this kind of consistency. All of the flour needs to have that consistency before you continue to put in any other spices. Alright, now I put in the onion. And then keep whisking. The reason you keep on whisking is so that they don't burn. Right, so look at this is plum tomatoes, but I mashed it to make it kind of more liquidy. So then you put in the tomato. You stir. Then you put in the remaining spices. So this is hot chili spice, garlic powder, cumin, and oregano. And you continue to whisk. Once you're done whisking all the spices and the tomato sauce together, you have to add the brown sugar and the sea salt. I think this is like 1 tablespoon of brown sugar and 1 teaspoon of sea salt. So you just put it in and you keep on whisking. Alright, so when you finish whisking this, you go and get your remaining tomatoes. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the water in the tomato because there's still quite a bit. Then I shake it around to get all the remaining tomato. Then I just put it in there. Alright, once you're finished whisking the tomato sauce, close the tomato sauce and leave it on the stove for 20 to 25 minutes to slowly cook. So after you leave your enchilada sauce to simmer on the pot for about 20 minutes, you take it off the fire, take around 3 to 4 scoops and put it in your meat. I think I'll put 1 more scoop, like half a spoon. And yeah. So once you put all the sauce into the meat, you just stir it. Mix the sauce with the meat. So after you've done this, when you stir for around like 30 seconds, you can taste the meat and see if it tastes good, or if you want to put more sauce. I'm going to get some sunflower spray oil and spray it on this ceramic tray. The reason I'm spraying this is so that the tortilla doesn't stick on this while it's cooking in the oven. There. Alright, that's enough. Now, I'm gonna put some of this sauce in this tray. Okay, so I've already finished filling this tray with the sauce, and now I'm gonna start making my wrap. So you put the wrap down, you take a tablespoon of meat, maybe a little bit more. Okay, so you can put in as much meat as you want. It doesn't really matter as long as you like it. And then you take 1 tablespoon of cheddar cheese. Just put it on top of the meat. And I'm gonna show you how to wrap. So you put your hand here, go over like this, go over here, then you drag all of the filling as far as you can, and then you roll. There. Alright, so I finished wrapping this wrap. Just put it in. Tuck it in the corner like that. Alright, so this is a different way to tie your enchilada. You put in a little bit of meat. Make sure it's not too much. So like, yeah, around this is perfect. Put in a tablespoon of enchilada. Tablespoon of cheddar cheese. Put that down. And then this is how you do it. So you put your 2 hands here, you fold it while getting this piece of tortilla going like this. Drag it back. Then you fold it and it looks like this. Alright, as you can see, I've already wrapped off the enchiladas and put it in the tray. Now I'm topping it off with the sauce, the remaining enchilada sauce. Alright, so I put all of the sauce on the enchilada, and now I'm gonna top it off with the cheddar cheese. So you wanna wash your hands before you put your hands in the cheddar cheese and sprinkle it on the sauce. Make sure it's spread evenly. Okay, time to put the enchilada in the tray. This tin foil is around the tray just in case the enchilada overflows, so it doesn't make a mess on the tray, it just goes on the tin foil. Now I'm gonna put tin foil above everything. The reason I'm putting tin foil above everything is so that the cheese doesn't burn, but it melts. So we want the cheese to melt, not burn. So, make sure your oven was preheating before you put it in. At around like 180 degrees. Okay, now that the enchilada is ready, I'll be taking it out of the oven now. Okay, we'll be leaving the enchilada for 15 minutes. Because if we don't leave it for 15 minutes, it'll be runny and sticking to all of the sides of the tray. Okay, the enchilada is ready, so I'll be dishing out the food now.
Thanks very much for watching my son Kerry make lunch for the family today. So he don't make enchilada, he had desire, so he say he go chop this chop for today. So time don't reach now, we want take lunch, and we thank una very much for see do all these things. And Mona, not forget for subscribe and like for YouTube channel C.K and Mom for YouTube channel. So thank you very much. So now make a serve the enchilada. So now if you see how the cheese don't melt well for there, you know, it look moist, very moist. So you see, see that, see that. So this is enchiladas, Mexican food. Thank you.